Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Emerging Niger Brands podcast. Today, we're having a very wonderful guest join us. Her name is Chinecherem Gift. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah,
And she will be sharing with us on how and why she decides to include people in her connections or her network, or accept people into her space. So keep tabs on this space as we are about to start. Welcome on board, our delectable guest. We're so glad to have you on board today. You don't take this appearance for granted. Welcome on board.
thank you.
Thank you. So, when we reach out to you to be on the spotlight and discuss on this subject matter, what came to your mind when you hear of relationship building, connections, and networking? What generally comes to your mind, and what's your own view about building connections?
What comes to my mind first is interaction, because we can't build
Okay.
a brand or a network without interacting with people. So the first
Yeah.
thing that comes to my mind generally is interaction. You have to reach out, or if someone reaches out to you, depending on how big your brand is. So it's either you're being reached out to, or you're the one reaching out. Now it's very essential to reach out, no matter where you think you are, because anyone can be of help to you. You don't really rate based on, oh, this person is a bit higher, this person is a bit lower. Like, that should not be your issue. Your issue is, okay, I'm reaching out because I have to learn. And there's this thing they say, oh, you can learn from anywhere, anyone. Well, someone that's older than you, someone that's younger than you. So in your brand, put someone that's older than you in brand building and someone that just started brand building. There's always uniqueness attached to everyone's parts in life. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. So, for you, what does networking mean to you as a person when it comes to your own personal opinion, or what is really the value you place on it? What's it for you like?
okay, it's more or less building and maintaining relationships with people, businesses, and communities, of which is something that most people fail to do. Because, okay, you reach out to one person, and there are these certain things you put out first. Everyone that wants to build a brand has a map. Some people just really go there into branding and they just go straight into it. Some don't study about it. Some, okay, I just want to be out there, so I'm out there. So it's just about building relationship. And how do you maintain a relationship with those people you built it with these businesses? How credible are you to them? Can you be referred? Are you trustworthy as a brand owner? If you have a brand, what makes your brand better than others? Like, you have to build, you have to grow, you have to learn. So you build and maintain relationship with those around you. Those, especially if you're in your own niche, your own area of specialization. Like,
So, how has connections and building relationships over time helped you in your career growth and evolving?
well, for my career, I have quite a number of friends that studying law, different places, and sometimes I just sit and I'm like, okay, am I going on the right path? I just put a call across, and I have a group of people that we are working together to make a law site whereby you can get answers to all your legal problems and stuff like that. Now, for the other part of it, for writing is the bigger part, because I've done that for years. It's been years and years and years of learning, corrections, mistakes, and stuff like that. So connecting with people has actually helped me a lot, because I've explored different kinds of writing. I'm still exploring more kinds of writing. I'm still building. I have people that will sit me down to caution me. They're like, you should go and write. You're not supposed to be slacking. So if I didn't have those kind of connections, or I don't have those that write within my niche, I don't think I'll be as good as I am. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm a work in progress, and I can say yes. There are some things I'll write and I'll be like, yes, this top notch, because you can't get my ideas from anyone else. And I had this group of this writer friend. So some days she'll just call, she'll be like, okay, let's write a marathon. You're going to sit down for 1 hour straight of learning, corrections, mistakes, and stuff like that. So connecting with people has actually helped me a lot because I've explored different kinds of writing. I'm still exploring more kinds of writing. I'm still building. I have people that will sit me down to caution me. They're like, you should go and write. You're not supposed to be slacking. So if I didn't have those kind of connections, or I don't have those that write within my niche, I don't think I'll be as good as I am. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm a work in progress, and I can say yes. There are some things I'll write and I'll be like, yes, this top notch, because you can't get my ideas from anyone else. And I had this group of this writer friend. So some days she'll just call, she'll be like, okay, let's write a marathon. You're going to sit down for 1 hour straight and write for 1 hour. You have a target, like you can have like 10,000 words target. And I'm definitely going to do it. I'm definitely going. I don't do that now anymore, but it really helped. It really helped. At least there are days I can sit down for hours reading and writing. And I'm thinking, okay, yes, if someone approaches me, what am I going to teach? Because I also teach PhD right now. Like, what am I going to teach? Like, okay, yes. And even the teaching I'm doing was I do. It's not that if you come to me to get, I won't accept to. But there's how someone will approach you, and you're like, okay, what next? Like, there are people that you enter their DM and you're like, just state what you want. State what you want. Us to connect. Okay, you're a writer. You think you can offer me what I have to go? Just state it. Because there are people that will enter your DM and it's just a hi hello relationship. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong because you can't despise anybody. So I have your number. It's on my WhatsApp, no problem. Or why am I going to save it? Why should I add you to my contact? And I don't like having too much contacts on my phone. So why? But why do while doing that? I tend to keep record of my conversations. Like, okay, I've had a conversation with someone. Okay, this is what the conversation is about. So even if I don't remember your number, if one day or I think, okay, you can do this, and I think, okay, this will help you, I go look for your contact. I'll save it, give it space, and just maybe one day I'll just come in. I'm like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? So for my own network, I'm not really big on, oh, you must be big, you must be this, because me, I consider myself small. So even when people come to me and they're like, they want to learn in my head, I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? But it's a thing of the mind. You can actually save everybody's contact, but I've had issues in the past with people and just saving contact randomly, and I'm not willing to go through that again. So if you are going to connect and have everything, if you are going to do business together, if you are going to do collaborations, people that will enter your DM and it's just a hi hello relationship. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong because you can't despise anybody. So I have your number. It's on my WhatsApp, no problem. Or why am I going to save it? Why should I add you to my contact? And I don't like having too much contacts on my phone. So why? But why do while doing that? I tend to keep record of my conversations. Like, okay, I've had a conversation with someone. Okay, this is what the conversation is about. So even if I don't remember your number, if one day or I think, okay, you can do this, cherish them. Cherish those around you in your niche, wherever you are, because they may be bigger than what you see. People only show you what they want you to see. So you have to calm down and look around and be like, oh, this is this. So that's it. The big dogs you may be looking for maybe in your community. So don't look outside so much and also explore.
Great, thank you. So, personally, now for you,
Okay.
you've been reaching out, you've been trying to network and all of that. When it comes to you, how do you decide to include someone in your space? How do you decide to include someone in your own network and have someone as your own connection personally at the receiving end? How do you?
For me, If I save anybody's number, you have to prove your words. I know it sounds crazy. You have to prove your words because I've had people force me to save their number. What I saved their number is not really funny. I feel like if they had picked up my phone, although I've cleared a lot of numbers, I've lost a lot of contacts. But personally, to save someone's number, to say, okay, yes, I'm connecting with this person, I have to see that there's something I can get. It's not that if you come to me to get, I won't accept to, but there's how someone will approach you, and you're like, okay, what next? Like, there are people that you enter their DM and you're like, just state what you want. State what you want. Us to connect. Okay, you're a writer. You think you can offer me what I have to go? Just state it. Because there are people that will enter your DM and it's just a hi hello relationship. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong because you can't despise anybody. So I have your number. It's on my WhatsApp, no problem. Or why am I going to save it? Why should I add you to my contact? And I don't like having too much contacts on my phone. So why? But why do while doing that? I tend to keep record of my conversations. Like, okay, I've had a conversation with someone. Okay, this is what the conversation is about. So even if I don't remember your number, if one day or I think, okay, you can do this, and I think, okay, this will help you, I go look for your contact. I'll save it, give it space, and just maybe one day I'll just come in. I'm like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? So for my own network, I'm not really big on, oh, you must be big, you must be this, because me, I consider myself small. So even when people come to me and they're like, they want to learn, in my head, I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? But it's a thing of the mind. You can actually save everybody's contact, but I've had issues in the past with people and just saving contact randomly, and I'm not willing to go through that again. So if we are going to connect and have everything, if you are going to do business together, if you are going to do collaborations together, then yes, I save your contacts. But if it's just hi, hello, how are you doing? I'm like, okay, hi, hello. I may save your contact, but I'm going to save it to something that, oh, I have to remember. Oh, there's a purpose to this. And I'm not saying, okay, the way your name is Dorcas now, I'll be like, oh, Dorcas, this. No, I love uniqueness. So when I save people's contact, I don't like attaching, oh, location and this thing. I just, okay, save, okay, like Cherem. Cherem, what? Cherem is a unique name. Cherem is a unique name. Everyone bearing the name Chinecherem goes with nature, majorly nature. And when I was speaking, I needed something unique. So I was like, yeah, Cherem, let's use that. That works. That works for me. So when I want to say people's name, is either your name and your surname, so I remember, and or I use something unique. So you don't have too many contacts, and since me I'm not really big, I have the time to like go through my contacts. There are some people you message and they will be like, oh, I'm sorry, I had a lot of messages to reply. I'm not the one that will clear my chat, so a lot of messages will remain there. They will remain there. I'm not going to clear it because it's not really, because people can be important to you at a particular point in time, and to another point they're not really
Yeah.
important. So sometimes I've studied my friends, I've studied people around me, and stuff like that. So if you don't put yourself out there, you won't get what you want. So you can't expect someone to save your contacts when you've not pitched in anything, especially in branding.
Mm.
There are times whereby I approach people, I don't even expect them to save my contacts. I'm like, I know I did not pitch anything there, so I'm not like, oh, I can't just randomly go there and be entitled. I'm like, oh, save my contacts. Unless okay,
Yeah.
I know I'm pitching in, or if I'm not pitching in, I came to learn. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's what I was, honestly.
Inspiring. So, deal breakers for you. What are the deal breakers for those that in your network? If somebody does this and you just show the person the door, the way out. So, what are deal breakers for you when it comes to your network, your connections, and
Deal breakers. So I'm going to handle this in two ways. I'm going to handle it physical deal breakers, social deal breakers. Because physically now, there's this thing whereby most ladies are scared of. Okay, maybe I'm going to connect with this person, or this person will do this to me. Okay, you're scared of someone, or you're like, or as I'm a lady, maybe the person is a guy, and you're like, oh, guys can do anything. If a guy tries that one, I don't think I don't have business with you anymore. But the thing about deal breakers is before you add people to your network, you need to get to know them. Before you say, oh, I can validate this person, I can vouch for this person, you need to know them. And if peradventure this person misbehaves, or you didn't really expect this from this person, show the person the door. But you should also be careful, knowing that you can learn. So if you're not going to apply sense and wisdom to it, it's better not to connect with anybody. Because there are people that have reputation of, there are some people that they will tell you, oh, you can't really work with this person. Their personality is this, their personality is that. But I had this conversation with a friend, I think a few days ago. And we were like, he was like, having someone in your network without getting, I'm like, without you get to know the person, first impression. And he was laying emphasis on first impression matters a lot. And I was like, not really, not really. Because imagine someone trying to keep their cool and you're the last person they talk to, and the person has tried and they didn't break down on you, and that's not how the person is. But in networking, we should actually be careful. There are times that you have to let people go. So the deal breaker is maybe once you are done with business, till next time we are working together. You can view their status online, you can talk to them online, but if they're going to have useless conversations that doesn't make sense, because I've had people come, they're like, not even about picture self. They're like, oh, how old are you? I'm like, what's that your business? Like, it's not like I can't answer the question, but if you're going to come in with business approach, let's stay on business approach, please. If you're going to come in as a friend with the intentions of let's work later, then approach as a friend. But there are people that you will know from the start their intentions are not nice. So you can't really work with everybody, no matter how desperate you are. Because someone can work with me does not mean another person can work with me. Maybe you can deal with my personality and the other person cannot deal with my personality. So leave everyone to their own discretion. So deal breakers are quite a lot, but based on where you stand, like where are you standing? And on my own stance, I'm not really a social kind of person. But if you're going to misbehave and you're going to do that near me, if it was before I would have blocked, well, blocking has proven to be irrelevant, especially when you're going to meet this person physically. I've had an issue whereby I blocked someone and the person used another number to contact me. And I was like, oh yeah, hello, good evening, this is Cherem, what can I do for you? And the person was like, oh, I'm so and so and so. I was like, excuse you, are you stalking? I blocked the number again. I blocked the number again. And whenever I see the person, up to date, I avoid the person. But it's not really helpful. If someone oversteps their boundaries, it's left for you to tell the person, please don't do that again. Like, it's your right. Because don't let people, if you don't do that, most people will trample over you. And it's like, oh, because she's quiet, because of this. And if you think you can't deal with this person, just slowly cut off. You don't really have to be like, oh, I'm done. You did this, you did that. Just slowly take yourself out of the picture. Because that's what I do. If someone gives me attitude when we are working together, like the person there's this friend of mine I write with. Sometimes, anytime we have work or gig to do, there's this attitude he gives. And I've said it before. I'm like, guy, do you realize that your attitude changes when it comes to this? And he was like, oh, that's his personality, that's this, that's that. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So if it's not work related, the much I can say is Happy New Year, sir, or Happy New Month, sir, and add the sir to be sarcastic about it, or to just look for trouble. Like, that's the much. Unless I have business, or oh yes, okay, yes, there's something I can't really do, or if he needs my help. But after that, maybe we were friends before we started working. I believe, okay, categorically, we can still be called friends, but nah. everyone has boundaries, and don't compromise your boundaries for anyone. It's as simple as that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Such a great time with you, Gifts. What will be your final words for emerging Niger brands? Struggling to build connections, to have relevant contacts, to evolve in their career as a result of the connections they have. What will be your final words for the emerging Niger brands out there?
Okay, I have like two to three things. One is be intentional. Two is collaborate. Three, no matter who they are, don't think don't think it like because you've done well. Like, okay, let me break all of them. Be intentional. Now, most brands have the idea of, oh yes, I'm just gonna go into the market and I'll blow. Probably because they have idolized it in their head, or they've put this nice imagery in their head and they think, oh yeah, the moment I go there, I'm gonna blow. Now, when you're intentional, you're going to study, you're going to learn. There's no brand I think that's out there that is new, but the difference is how unique are you. What makes you different from other people? What makes you more? What makes you more? Like, what makes you stand out from other people in your brand? That's what branding should majorly be about. Because imagine there are a lot of clothing brands, but there are people that pick Chanel over Gucci and over Louis Vuitton. So there are different things out there, but when you're intentional about your brand, you tend to study more. And there's always, I won't say that there are always flaws in everything, but if you're very very attentive and you will notice flaws in so many things. So just study those that are in your brand. Go online and look for brands in your niche. Then when you're ready, put yourself out there first. Put yourself out there. Don't just randomly pop out of the blue and you're like, oh, let's collaborate. Who are you? Who knows you? Who will collaborate with the no need? This guy hilarious because I've done it. I did it before. I did it before. I've done it before. I've done it before. I've actually entered something and like, yeah, let's collaborate. But who knows me? Honestly, it's funny. It's funny how I'm recounting it. Because now if someone just enters my DM and I'm like, and the person like, let's collaborate. I'll first ask you, oh, you're a writer, let me see. Like, can I see? And another thing is be confident in what you do. Because I met a writer and I was so confident about my work. And I sent it to him. There were grammatical errors. And he was correcting it and he was doing and doing and doing and undoing. And these things have been like it's been months since I put them up there. By the time he was done, I was like, oh, thank you. Critics makes me happy because you can't pay attention to all of them. By the time he was done, I was like, thank you. But now the bot was not, oh, I'm rejecting your work. The bot there is, okay, I also teach. So how do I show my students that I came from where they started? Because I do it. Like the last set of students I taught, I showed them the evidence. I was like, see you. So you don't think I'm perfect. So when I'm giving you critics, you not be like, oh, because she thinks she's a perfectionist. I think there was this set of students I taught and they were like, ma, sometimes you have like a perfection. I'm like, sorry, I don't. But maybe I do. But be intentional, collaborate, put yourself out there before you think of collaborating. Who are you? Let the world know. So when you want to collaborate, and the thing is, sometimes this collaboration, it's people that will look for you. It's people that will look for you. It's just of recent I'm like, oh, let me collaborate with people that have collaborated with me before. Sometimes some of them approach me, and I'm really happy when they do because left for me, I may not really want to collaborate, but nowadays because I'm putting myself out there, there's this need to grow, there's this need to collaborate. So when you collaborate, be intentional and try and build your network. How do you build your network? Start with those in your niche. If you're going to into content writing, go online, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Medium. There are people out there that have done it before you. Go to Google self. Google will give you a list of top 10, the way Forbes list appears and all these things appears. Go to Google and be like, okay, top 10 writers, top 10 content writers in the 18th century in Nigeria. It will show you. Even LinkedIn has its own thing. So it's out there. So if you want to build, you want to collaborate, you want to learn, build with people around your area around the area of your growth, so that when you grow, when you get there, you would evolve too. Because everything evolves. You don't remain where you are. You have to grow. If you're not growing, then go back to the scratch and build again. That's practically it. So Ninja brands out there, the intention of to collaborate and build around your niche, and you do well. But leave room for disappointments.
Awesome. Awesome. Tell us about Chinemerem. Oh, sorry.
Chinecherem,
Forgive me.
Chinecherem, should I tell you?
Tell us about Chinecherem. Tell us about your brand. How can we work with you? What are the services or
Oh,
if I
oh,
reach out to you, well, how can you be of help? How can we, connect with you?
can I be of help about my brand? Well, I'm a small writer. I'm a writer. I also do public speaking, and someone that is after creativity. What I tell people is I may be a creative teacher, a creative writing teacher, but what I do is to bring out the creativity in you. Because everyone is creative, but not everyone knows how to tap into the right source. So all I just is bring it out in you. So if you want to collaborate with me, I'm open to collaborating in writing, any form of writing, because I'm exploring. I'm currently trying to rebrand. I'm currently trying to work on myself and okay, I'll be better. So I'm open for writing, speaking, collaborations in writing, majorly writing and speaking, because that's what I do. And if you want someone to tutor you, I still do that. There's nothing really much there or about the amazing Cherem. You need to get to know me to get to know that. So I can't just drop everything there. So you're welcome to connect. That's it. Yeah.
Of course.